Chris on the inside.
Yeah, don't come to our truck afterwards, chaps. We're not going to show you the video this time. So then, side by side down towards, yes, Old Hall, back marker in the way. And I tell you what, the National Tyre Suzuki runner, whoa, God, snaps into shape. Darryl Healy right here in the foreground is the team owner. He's put his glasses on. I think they're blacked out.
Oh.
It's not really, he's just pretending to look. He daren't look. Oh, he's the team owner, of course, of Neil Hodgson. Oh, Hodgson sideways on as well. Reynolds sideways on. Hayden sideways on, but there's no one as sideways on as Chris Walker, who has led this race from the green flag.
Yeah, Hodgson might have just got a wheel in front for a millisecond, but that's been it.
Oh, over hilltop now, down towards Nickerbrook. And look at Chris Walker hugging the white line on the inside line. He's going to make someone go the long way if they're going to go anyway. Oh, Clay Hill now, up and over Clay Hill. This is where Walker is really, really very, very good. I tell you what, look at John Reynolds building here. John Reynolds in third place. He's looking to try and mug Hodgson if he can. This is Druids.
Right, Keith, if you're Hodgson, do you worry about the 20-point gap between you and Walker, or do you worry about John Reynolds taking points off you?
It's personal, and I reckon you just go for the win. So we have got just over 1 lap to go. Chris Walker hangs on in there as dear leave. You can hear the hooters going. The crowd are on their feet. It's a four-way scrap to the line. Anything happening, anything tangling in this lap, and we are going to have a winner from the back. It could be Hislop still in fifth place. Walker hugging that white line. I tell you what, that's the lousiest line I've seen from any racing motorcyclist, and it's a slow line as well. And through has gone Hayden into third place now, down towards Cascades. Well, Walker really is trying to hug that inside line, it's costing him speed-wise everywhere.
I want to see Hayden's braking manoeuvre into Ireland.
Yeah, so do I, but look at this. Again, Walker holding the inside line there, and John Reynolds goes through. Reynolds goes through into third place and forces Hayden out, so it don't matter what his braking manoeuvre is. Round the outside, Hodgson looks at the outside line on Walker. Watch Walker wind that rear end of the bike up here now. Yeah, make it spin, boys.
Oh, that move John Reynolds put on his teammate was just a trifle hard, wasn't it?
Well, they've had a couple of hard moves going between those two all the way through this, through the chicane then. The charge is now on. Get the exit right here, get the slipstream right, and it's going to be all hell let loose down at Nickerbrook, which is the next right-hander. Chris Walker moves to the inside of the track. He's going to make them go the long way if they're going to go any way at all. Nickerbrook, listen to the crowd, Julian.
They're going berserk. Look at the size of the crowd. So much noise over the Cheshire countryside.
Over Clay Hill, then down towards Druids now. It's still Walker. Oh, it's going to be a last bend manoeuvre again. No. Walker leads at Druids. If he gets this absolutely right, he needs to get just far enough in front of Hodgson. I think he's done it. I think he has got a big enough lead over Hodgson. Hodgson can't get near him. Walker, if he stays on the bike, and through has gone. That was Hayden under a yellow flag. That was Hayden under a yellow flag. And Reynolds has gone back. Yeah. But it was still Hayden that passed him under a yellow. But the winner is Chris Walker from Neil Hodgson. What superb racing. So, from the green light, it was Chris Walker that took the win from Neil Hodgson, and we'll celebrate in the usual style. Julian, the racing in Superbikes here at Alton Park this weekend, I have never seen it as good.
I agree completely, Keith. It's the best British Championship meeting I have ever seen. Great racing right through the card, but the Superbikes, just exceptional.
And the race average for this man, Chris Walker, over 107 miles an hour. That's a mile an hour faster than the win by Neil Hodgson in race 1 today. So he did it all on merit. Chris Walker, well, he can find his way through the Union Jack, I'm sure. Paul Denning congratulates the team. Give them all a bonus, Paul. I bet that's unlikely. National Tyre Suzuki man then, Chris Walker, takes a very, very fine win indeed, and he looks very happy with that as well.
Does indeed. That'll just
bit of a burnout.
Surely not.
That's what I like to see, a stand-up burn. No, he's not, he's got foot down. I thought it was a stand-up burnout for a moment. I was impressed.
While carrying a flag, that would have been good.
And from our onboard too.
Hopefully that as well then. That can just telescope things together a bit at the top of the championship as well, won't it?
John Reynolds is the man that it's cost the most. Chris Walker confirmed the winner from Hodgson and Reynolds, who finally got the better of Hayden for that third place. Hizzy, Toseland, Crawford and Young round out the top 8. The Travis Perkins Honda of Sean Emmett in 9th place, and the best of the privateers, a double for him. David Heel in 12th place, but he wins the privateers battle.
You know, all through the race you sort of have a race plan, and I didn't even want to attempt to overtake Chris until sort of the last 2 or 3 laps. That was my plan, and I had a look and I thought I could do it no problem, and then coming to the last corner the yellow flags were waving, and that sort of spelled the race, really.
Well done, John. It was a bit hairy out there. It was the battle of the Red Bulls for third right up until the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, James was thereabouts all the way through, and he really gave me quite a hard time about it, and I gave him a bit of a hard time on the last couple of laps there, and you know, we had a bit of a coming together on a real fast left-hander at the top of the hill, and I came off best. So.
He certainly did. He made some brave moves out there. Respect to him for that. Those yellow flags cause you any problems?
Well, to be fair, when we saw them, I thought, that's it, race over. There's nothing we can do. You know, I was going to try and go for the inside on Neil. James went underneath me, but it was just pride, really, that I needed to get him back. You know, he passed me on a yellow flag, and it wouldn't have really mattered. He wouldn't have stood, but just pride made me overtake him again for the line.
We have got some serious talent on the grid out there. It's good to see you guys enjoying yourself again. Well done.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? Thank you.
Huge congratulations to you. You had to work really, really hard from that one. You got a brilliant start. You were brilliant throughout the race, but they really put you under pressure at the end, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it said +0 or +0 on my board the whole race, and I couldn't do any more than I was doing. The bike worked so much better. We just made a couple of tiny little changes and transformed the performance. I could just be so much more consistent, and that'll do for me.
You were absolutely awesome on the brakes out there. There's absolutely no taking that away from you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem I had in the first race. It's a problem I've had with, not with the bike, but a problem I've had with myself and the bike the last couple of races, and I was determined in that race to make my time up on the brakes, and that's what you got to do on this bike, and we made a couple of changes, led sort of the front forks out, and it transformed it.
Crowd pleasing here with the Union Jack flag becoming a bit of a trademark there.
Yeah, it was the same marshal out there. Thanks, mate.
Whatever brings you luck, Chris, and he's closing the championship right down now. Hodgson has a 6-point lead now over Reynolds. Walker, though, look at that, in third. Hayden, Hislop, Mackenzie, Toseland and Crawford are the top 8 in the series. And for the privateers, John Crockford still holds the lead, but it's down to 20 points. Dave Hill really has hit form at the midway season distance. Blackley is still third.
Well, Dave, congratulations, following hot on the success from Silverstone, a second double for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect. You can't ask more than to win both of them. So, yeah, we had a fair share of troubles this weekend. We qualified 22nd or something crazy, so I had to both times fight away right through from the back. So, yeah, perfect. Tyres worked perfect. The Micro Motorsport Kawasaki worked brilliant. We're getting to grips with it now, and hopefully we can just keep winning them.
We get to grips with more bikes from Alton Park in Full Throttle, and that's on Wednesday the 26th of July, and it'll be at 11 p.m. on Sky Sports 2. Round 8 is north of the border. We're at Knock Hill, and you can see it on Wednesday the 16th of August at 10:30 p.m. on Sky Sports 2.
Well, I think most people came to Alton Park expecting the worst, especially from Chris Walker and Neil Hodgson, but I think we got the best today, Claire.
We certainly did. It was absolutely outstanding. Neil Hodgson, superhuman, unbelievable. Some of the privateers said it was the most frightening sight they had ever seen.
Next time you can see us at Knock Hill, the continuing battle of the Superbikes.
Yeah, appropriate name as well. See you then.
Bye for now.